welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the new Urban Decay Beach collection. This is actually sent to me from Urban Decay, so thank you so very much. And I'm really excited to review it for you guys. I am wearing this palette today on my eyes, and I actually tried on a couple other shades earlier as well. So we're going to be doing swatches. I'm going to tell you my first impressions and everything like that. But really quick before we get started, if you're new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I do post 3 times a week. So Wednesdays, Fridays, and then we do mail hauls every single Monday. And also make sure that you do hit that bell notification so you're notified as soon as the video goes live. But I'm excited to jump in this collection. So let's go ahead and get started. So in this collection, we have 2 bronzers, 2 eyeliners, 3 lipsticks, and then we also have an eyeshadow palette. And again, here is what the packaging looks like. It's a very just like summer vibes and just a beachy. And also this collection is already available at Ulta, so I'll leave a link down below in the description bar if you guys want to check it out. I'm not sure if it's coming to Sephora or anything like that, but it is already available at Ulta. So first and foremost, I want to start with the eyeshadow palette. Here's what the packaging looks like. It says Beached Eyeshadow Palette. Okay, so here's what it looks like when you actually open it up. It looks exactly like the box. And this one is just a flip top that you are going to flip open. Now for me, I probably wouldn't really use this mirror because it is long and narrow, but you can flip it to the side if you're just wanting to do your eyes. And it actually folds back. Now, I do really like that. There's just something about me and palettes that I like them when you can fold them all the way back. And then here's what the palette looks like. So as you can see, this is a very like a warm tone palette, and you have a lot of shimmer shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of the shades for you, starting with the top. So the very first shade you have is Salt, and Salt is a very beautiful matte shade. It is a matte white shade, and you can use it for your brow bone. Here's the first one, and that is Salt. The next shade you have is Blaze, and to me, this one is probably like a more sheer shimmer shade than most of the ones in the palette. It is very, very pretty, but again, it's just not that bam in your face shimmer. It's just more of a sheer shimmer, and that is Blaze. Okay, next shade you have is Heat Wave, and this shade definitely brings the heat. It is so gorgeous and just like that burnt burgundy shade, and that is Heat Wave. Next shade you have is Daybreak, and this is the second and only matte shade in the palette. So in the pan, it definitely looks more orangey, but when it goes on, it has a definite brick red undertone, and that is Daybreak. Next shade is 16th Street, and this is a really dark gold shimmer shade. Look at that. This shade has like summer bronze written all over it. It's so gorgeous. Then you have Double Dip, and this shade speaks for itself. It's the shade that I'm actually wearing on my lids. And I just want you guys to see, this is so pigmented, and it is absolutely breathtaking in person. I just feel like even on camera, it's not going to do it justice because it is so beautiful. And I'm going to swatch the next one right beside of it just so you guys can see the difference. The next one is called Plunge, and I'm actually wearing this kind of in the outer corner today. It is a darker blue, but it is, again, so beautiful. Sorry, my swatches aren't the best, but this one is Plunge, and then this one is Double Dip. So super gorgeous shades. Okay, very last shade is called Wedge. Here is Wedge swatched, and Wedge is like that chocolate bronze brown, and that is the very last shade in the palette. Okay, so how I'm going to do this review is I'm going to go through each and every item in the collection, and after swatching, I will tell you my thoughts on it. So first off, I think this palette is absolutely stunning. As far as the pros go, it is pigmented. I mean, as soon as you lay a shimmer shade down on your lid, it is like bam, in your face pigmentation. You don't have to build it up. You really don't need a primer for it. You don't need Fix Plus. It is going to give you the same amount of pigment that you're seeing in the pan, that you're seeing swatched on your fingers. That's how it's going to be on the eyes. They're very pigmented, they're very rich, and they're very creamy. They are not dry whatsoever. The mattes blend out very well, and the shimmers, again, they're like a dream. I think the color scheme is awesome. It's really beachy and gives me like summer vibes. I love that they stepped out and gave us these like 2 really bright shades. And this is normally not a look I would go for, but using this palette, it's something that I did go for, and I actually really like it. And yeah, so overall, I do really like the palette. Now, as far as the cons go, you do only have two matte shades, so I did reach for another palette when grabbing this palette. Not a huge deal because, again, there are more shimmer shades, so these are going to be like your pops of color or, you know, just like overall lid shades in the palette. The price on it's $34, which I do think is a really good deal. You know, it's not as expensive as the Urban Decay Naked palettes, but you also don't get as many shades in it. But this to me is probably one of my favorite Urban Decay palettes as far as the pigmentation and everything goes. I was really impressed with this palette. So yeah, and then other con, of course, is like the mirror. It's not huge, but the palette's not huge. So this also would be really travel friendly, which would be another pro. Next, we have the Beach Bronzers, and they have two different shades. So the first shade is Bronze, and then the second shade is Sunkissed. Okay, now to my knowledge, these are not new releases. These are the bronzers that came out last year, but I haven't actually tried out. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Sunkissed. So I wanted to swatch them for you guys. I can speak for myself. Let me go grab something. Okay, so I went and grabbed the one that I had from last year just so you guys can see. This one is all beaten up. But these bronzers are the bomb. I mean, this is not something that normally happens on my bronzers. I have a lot of them, but I absolutely love the Urban Decay Bronze. So again, here's what these two look like. I'm going to swatch both of them for you. The first one is Sunkissed, and this to me has more of like a pink undertone. It'd probably be a lot better for lighter skin tones as well. So there's that kind of swatch on the finger. It's a very like creamy texture, and there is swatched on the hand. But again, it does have almost like a pinkish undertone to it. Now, Bronzed is very warm, and I'll put them side by side so you can see the difference. So here they are side by side. So as you can see, this one, it's very much pinker than the bronzed one. So as far as swatches go, here is the bronze swatch, and then again, this is the Sunkissed one. So with pros, obviously you guys know I love this one. I think it's a really pretty bronzer shade, especially on my skin tone. You know, I do love the bronzed one. I think it's great even with the suntan. If you're really dark or super duper duper fair, I feel like these may not work for you. There are only two shades in the collection, but for me with my particular skin tone, the bronze one is perfect for me in the summertime. So really, really love those, and I'm so excited to have them because again, this one was looking a little rough. And I like didn't even want to keep using it because I was so sad and didn't want it to run out. Okay, the next thing that we have in the collection are two eyeliners, and these are the 24/7 eyeliners. So the very first one we have is called Lucky, and Lucky is basically like a copper orange shade. It's super duper pretty and gives you like a bronzy just overall effect to the eyes. And that one is Lucky. Actually, let's put that in my inner eyelids right now. Oh, my eyes, they always water when I do eyeliner. See how much that like changes up the eye game? I'm gonna look at you guys head on before. Like you can definitely tell a difference. My eyes just get super duper watery with eyeliner. So there's that one. They are very creamy. I feel like Urban Decay has some of the creamiest eyeliners as far as that goes. And then the other one is called Gold Mine, and it is a beautiful, just like bright goldy yellow shade. And then there is swatched on my hand. So as far as the eyeliners, again, they are creamy. They're 24/7. And then with the shades, I definitely would see myself grabbing the more brown one as opposed to the yellow one. I don't think I would use a ton of yellow with different looks. And then last thing we have are the lipsticks. Now the packaging is so cute. It has like the beach theme packaging, and I'm going to take off my lipstick and we're going to do the swatches on my lips. First one we have is Tower 1, and this is like a super metallic, basically like a glittery lip shade. If you guys can see. I'm gonna zoom y'all in so you can see a little bit closer. This one doesn't have a lot of pigment in it. It's really just like a glittery lipstick. It's still comfortable even though it looks like it has like glitter flakes. And that one is the shade Tower 1. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand just so you guys can see that. But yeah, not like really pigmented. It's really just like a shimmery glitter lipstick. The next one's probably gonna be the complete opposite. It is called 100 Degrees, and it is a bright red. I mean, look at this. Super gorgeous. These are definitely more sheer than I expected them to be, which is actually a good thing. And then here's how the packaging looks, but again, that is 100 Degrees. And it does say on here, sheer. And then the last one says metallic. So there's that one. Very last one is called Heat Wave. And here's what Heat Wave looks like. It is more of like a bronzy brown shade. I feel like this one is the most pigmented. And this one is called Heat Wave. And here what all three look like swatched. So with the lipsticks, I think my favorite one's gonna have to be the middle shade 100 Degrees. Even though it's sheer, I feel like it looks like that just kind of like stained lip tint. And then I feel like the first one that's really like glittery would be really pretty over top of any lipstick that you have. So yeah, overall with this collection, I really like it. If I had to pick one or two things, I would definitely say to check out the eyeshadow palette. It is absolutely stunning. And then the bronzers. The bronzers are like my favorite as well. So Wednesday, so as you can see, okay, of course it's out of focus, but the bronze one. So anyways, I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. And as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.